Folks, I am food prepping for our 3 days and 2 nights camping trip. We enjoy camping. We have tent camped and band camped, but for the last 10 years, we've camped in our homemade camper. I'm preparing breakfast bowls as my only meal for both mornings. My wife wants breakfast burritos, and she will be making sandwiches for herself. The meats I will include are bacon, ham, and sausage. The other ingredients are potatoes, eggs, onion, refried beans, green peppers, and cheese. I will be cooking the bacon with the potatoes. Because my Invisalign retainers cause a great deal of pain with my teeth, crispy bacon is currently not an option for me. The bacon will be cooked for an hour along with some potatoes. I think cutting up the bacon makes it cook a little more evenly. I'm adding 1 cup of water. I'm adding some red potatoes as they are easier for me to cut. Yellow and butter potatoes work as well. I check on the bacon periodically, and at this point it's been 15 minutes. Bacon, check. Now time to add the potatoes. Potatoes, check. I will be adding a dozen chicken eggs. Eggs contain the following vitamins: A, D2, D3, E, K, B1, B2, B5, B6, B7, B9, and B12. Now time to do a little whisking. Eggs contain the minerals calcium, choline, copper, iron, magnesium, manganese, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, sodium, and zinc. A large egg macronutrients are protein 6 grams, fat 5 grams, and carbohydrates under 1 gram. I am reducing the temperature to low. And in with the scrambled eggs. Stirring, stirring, stirring. I've got to keep these eggs moving. Eggs, check. I'm cutting up 1 onion. Thankfully, onions rarely make me cry. White onions contain vitamin C, B6, B9, calcium, copper, folate, magnesium, manganese, niacin, phosphorus, potassium, selenium, and zinc. And into the pot and a little stirring. Onion, check. Now time to turn the heat off. And I forgot all about the green peppers. I'm getting the sausage and the ham from the fridge. I'm going to heat up this ham in the microwave. I don't mind it like it is, but my wife ain't having it. Getting it covered so it don't make a mess. Now in the microwave for just a little bit. There it is, and it looks good. And I'm adding it to the pot. Ham, check. Now I need the cutting board for the sausage. When shopping for processed meats, it's great if I can find an affordable product that only has the ingredients meat, water, salt, and spices. However, they are usually very expensive, which doesn't make sense because they have fewer ingredients. Another option is to find products that have less than 2% of additional undesirable ingredients like sugars. The ingredients for this brand are pork, beef, water, and contains less than 2% of salt, sea salt, sugar, mustard, spices, dehydrated garlic, cultured dextrose, celery powder, and cherry powder. Now I'm placing the sausage into the pot. A little stirring. Sausage, check. Okay, time for the green peppers. Nutritional facts are fat 0 grams, cholesterol 0, sodium 10 milligrams, carbohydrates 4 grams, protein less than 1 gram, vitamin C 38 milligrams, and iron 0.4 milligrams. Peppers, check. I need a pizza pan to catch my mess as I assemble the burritos. I'm no experienced burrito maker, so this is going to get ugly. No one in my family eats like I do. We're all grown adults, so everyone makes their own personal decisions on what they eat. I start off by making one without beans, accidentally, and into the microwave for 30 seconds for a little melting. And it looks good. And adding the breakfast mixture. A little here, a little there, a little more. Okay, how do you do this thing? I didn't even take the time to look up any YouTube videos, so I'm just making it up as I go. Well, that works for me. 1 down, 3 to go. And I finally remember the refried beans. Okay, now on to burrito number 2. Certainly you've heard of this. Beans, beans, the musical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So eat beans for every meal. That is funny. And it reminds me of another one. I eat my peas with honey. I've done it all my life. It makes the peas taste funny, but it keeps them on my knife. Burrito number 3. Beans, cheese, and microwave. And it's ooey gooey. This time I am placing the mixture on half of it and folding it over. Press the edges. And now it's a large, soft breakfast taco. Burrito number 4. Actually, I'll just make another soft taco. Beans, cheese, and microwave. Mixture, more mixture. Fold and press the edges. Beans, check. Cheese, check. Unfortunately, I did not have the typical thin, smaller aluminum foil, so I had to use the large, heavy duty. It was such a waste. 1, 2, 3, 4. And done. Now on to making my breakfast bowls. I'm adding garlic powder, ground sage, smoked paprika, ground black pepper, chili powder, and cumin. Now to mix it in. I'm adding some shredded cheese. Cheese check, seasoning check. I'm using 2 microwavable containers. Now I am adding the cheesy-licious breakfast goodness. I can hardly wait. Meal prep completed. Now on to the camping trip. On day 1 it started off a bit disastrous and I forgot to do any recording. We left a couple of hours before sundown in the rain. I had forgotten to gas up the van, so I pulled off at an intersection that unfortunately did not have any. We had to travel a couple of miles down the road with very heavy traffic to find the nearest station. Once back on the highway, the traffic was terrible. It took twice as long to get to our campground. Our campsite had mud and standing water, so I could not back the trailer all the way and do the usual setup with stabilizers, canopy, air conditioner, and so on. This is day number 2, our only full day at the campground. This is Potters Creek Park at Canyon Lake, Texas. It's peaceful and there are plenty of sites available. I'm going to take you inside the camper, but please excuse the mess. This is facing forward. It depends on how long we're going to camp and how we plan to cook as to what we bring. This is looking towards the back. Things that stay permanently in here are the microwave, air conditioner, fan, hot plate, and many basic things that go along with camping. I hope to be making a video soon on how we built this camper. Inside, it is 6 foot wide and 12 foot long. We have traveled over 6,000 miles with it, and now it is time for breakfast. This is a small microwave, so it is going to take more time than usual to heat up our food. I call this camper the VX2 because it has a V nose and a V tail. I designed it that way for aerodynamics. I don't know how much difference it really makes for something this size, but I tend to overthink things. We've had several different layouts over the years. None of them are perfect, but it works for us. Inside it got up to 77 degrees and 72% humidity, so I had to slide out the air conditioner and turn it on. After breakfast, my wife went for a walk while I swept the campsite. Then we set up the canopy and chairs and went for a walk. I spent a little time trying to identify plants. Then we walked around the half-empty lake. While we were collecting some trash, we saw old pull-tab aluminum cans, concrete anchors, DIY fish habitat structures, a boat ladder. Are you missing a shoe? Animal tracks, and a fishing leader with a lead weight and 2 rusty hooks. Afterwards, took our showers and got a couple of photos of the full moon. It's our last morning and time for breakfast. These things are so large that she only eats half of them. After breakfast, we begin breaking down our campsite. I always place hand towels underneath the AC to collect the condensation for the ride home. Afterwards, I remove them to dry out. Wiping off the power cord. Lake or no lake, it's always good to get out camping. We had a good time and we'll do it again. On the way out, we will drop our trash. And that's it. Hopefully a much shorter ride home. Thanks for watching. See you next time.